vanilla Sherman tanks. No machine guns, no army items or anything like that. Going up against some fairly pimped out, heroes and that sort of thing. So he's got his work cut out for him to be able to defend with that. I'm going to take a look around here and see what kind of skirmishing is going on over here. The Panzer taking care of business over here. The Greyhound really needs to get out of there. The Panzer's got more than enough to take care of it. He needs to kind of back up and try and keep Duffy's anti-tank gun, getting the surprise shots out there. You can see a little bit of scorching going on here. Inevitably, the Nebel Warfers are taking shots. Moving up with the mortar team, moving up with the anti-tank gun, moving up with the Sherman. Looks like a big spearhead again is in the works. Green smoke indicating a supply drop is coming. But big spearhead coming up through the center and center right areas. AirTaylor is obviously not happy that the center has been recapped. He's going to go ahead and scare away the engineers, the only defense in this area. And VenomGT has to react real quickly by bringing back all of his armor to the center if he's going to be able to take care of this. But unfortunately, his armor is just getting a little thin. It's not going the distance. He's taking too many casualties, or at least suffering too much pressure from these anti-tank guns. So he was able to get a good Nebel Warfer right there, it looked like. Caused one casualty on this anti-tank gun. Sherman tank is just kind of flopping around here. Second Sherman tank out. So we've got a bit of a standoff in the center here, and someone's going to have to budge, and it looks like it's going to have to be Venom, because AirTaylor already has control over the center here, and now taking control of this precious crossroads point. That's always the hardest one to get, because it connects this entire connects both halves on the map. Taking a look up here, we do have, looks like the Greyhound here is being pretty effective, moving up, doing some damage, but again, ejecting his gunner and taking some heavy losses. And this is a very important battle here, because we finally have our tanks facing off. Looks like he's going to go ahead and grab that machine gun and see if he can get out of there with some free ordnance. Never a bad idea if you can get away with it. So we have the final, the big clash now. This is what we've been waiting for. It's tank-on-tank action. We do have some supporting fire here from Duffy's anti-tank gun. You can see it's got a clear line of fire. And there he goes. He's activated his armor-piercing rounds, doing some tremendous damage to the accomplished Stug. And the Stug goes down, and you can see that AirTaylor is being really good about using this cover here. And I want to see maybe some more flanking action going on, because these guys, they have all of their front armor facing this way, and the... oh, here we go. Firestorm on Duffy's anti-tank gun. That was definitely necessary. Anti-tank gun down, but unfortunately too little, too late. And these Shermans are in a good position now. We've got, I don't know why he's being so, he has to back off because of these, because of the airborne that are putting pressure on him with the recoilless rifles and that sort of thing. But unfortunately, these two completely unupgraded tanks were just used very effectively, and this is kind of a turning point in the battle here, which is now putting Venom firmly in the very defensive side of things. I don't even think he has a chance anymore at taking this center point here. He's basically got to just start defending his base at this point, because what's going to happen here is once AirTaylor finishes repairing his troops, resupplying his weapons and that sort of thing, and getting some, getting the repairs off on these Shermans that he needs, Venom's in danger of actually losing the front of his base. So we'll see him out here rebuilding this bunker yet again. He does still have an observation post up here, and down here on the left we do have the beginning of some more passive-aggressive war as we're taking a look here. And, oh, the mines go off, not killing anybody, but really reducing the net HP of everyone there. Some more scouting going on both flanks, really, just kind of some parting shots for the for the Bargain Volksgrenadiers who are running for their lives. Not really any match for 5 Vet 2 bar and inevitably grenade and sticky bomb wielding riflemen. So big central command now by AirTaylor. Kind of take a look around here to see where he's going. He's taking command of this building, not a bad idea. Gives him some forward obs and protects his infantry a little bit. Looks like Venom is deciding to swing his tanks around to the left. You'll notice this time this bunker is being upgraded now with the repair station upgrade, which is a great idea because frankly he needs tons of repairs, although unfortunately I don't know why he's moving his tanks all the way over here. This is kind of an unnecessary move. He's coming all the way out here to defend this fuel point, and really he needs to stay back home, defend the center, and get repairs up. So I think from this point on the game is really going in Taylor's favor, although you'll notice a little bit of sneaky cap action going on here. Taylor's just going to have to react to that. But these tanks just took some parting shots. But, of course, tanks can't do anything. I mean, they can't cap the ground or anything like that. So, they can scare away some people and leave. But as you can see, Taylor got that point. Kind kind of poking around. He uncapped the point, but then left. You could see some mortar rounds were coming in, so still being a little bit effective with that mortar team, wherever the hell he is. I'm not even going to bother finding him, but we know we got shots landing over there. There he is. Mortar team right here in the center of the map. Good positioning on the center of the map. Looks like AirTaylor is moving all the way up now, being very aggressive, going for a triple cap here. And you can see this machine gun team that set up position in this base now is now being just pelted by these Vet 1 Panzers. And surely they're not going to last very long. He is able to get the point, but oh no, he loses a whole squad. Well, not a whole squad, whole chunk of his squad of riflemen. And they're forced to retreat. Not by using forced to retreat, I just mean they were forced to retreat. Meanwhile, still very strong dominant center control. Wouldn't mind seeing him just paying more attention to these cap points here, but he's obviously got other things on his mind. Passive-aggressive war still going on. Everyone wants to fight over this fuel point, but you'll see that he has pretty much committed these guys full-time to patrolling around here and chasing away any pesky kids in his front yard here trying to spray paint stuff. So, Nebel Warfers are still firing away, and once again, unfortunately, I haven't really seen them do that much. Now they're actually doing some damage here. Now that's landing on Duffy's anti-tank gun. Looks like he got at least one kill there, but here's the massive front push that I was afraid of. You can see that these Sherman tanks here are just firmly in here. They've got great shots, completely destroying that Nebel Warfer there. Let's see here. Gonna go ahead and basically just retreating now at this point. This bunker. And here we go. The final solution is in play. King Tiger has been activated, and this is really the last kind of hope that Venom has at this point, because he's been pushed back all the way to his front door. And unfortunately, the very first thing that happens is the King Tiger gets a damage engine from the sticky bomb, and that's so annoying. That's just like, adds insult to injury. He does have a mighty force of tanks here, but unfortunately, as destructive as they are, they just can't capture territory. They just can't do it. And so, he's going to be able to chase stuff away, but until he has a functioning army, until he has, something that can go out and capture points and stand up to the fire of all of these infantry, he's never going to be able to retain control of this map. And so, a lot of times I see, and really it's not his fault, his income is restricted now that he's been pushed far into the defensive, so he just can't produce fast enough. But oftentimes I see people get carried away with armor. That's not the case for Venom. I'm not saying that Venom just built too much armor, but well, I'm just watching these engineers try to figure out what to repair as they're just bumbling around. These, of course, are the engineers that are produced from the repair station bunker. And you'll see that these airborne, they see a kill in sight, and unfortunately they're targeting the mostly wounded one, not the almost completely wounded one. But they get some parting shots and then retreat. Nebel Warfer is firing God knows where. Probably in the center of the map here, hopefully. We'll see. Maybe on this anti-tank gun. There we go. Yep, right in the center of the map. And getting some shots off on this anti-tank gun. Not really. Once again, just another kind of swing and a miss. And you can tell our Sherman tanks are rather well endowed. They do have the long barrel upgrade, and they are just going to pound into these the remnants of the Panzer fleet here. And meanwhile, you can see that this King Tiger has just been completely ineffective the whole time. Ever since he came out, he's been kind of cruising around at slow speed and has never really quite been repaired. These repair engineers are just, not doing their thing. Looks like the last of the Panzers is taken out. We do have some veterancy going around here. Both Vet 1 tanks. Tanks facing the wrong way and very, very wounded. Looks like the King Tiger's surely going to get a kill off on this tank. Boom! There it goes. But meanwhile, shots are just bouncing off of it. However, it does look like the anti-tank gun is taking some rear shots at the King Tiger from quite far away. So Taylor doesn't mind just kind of trading units here for the time being. But these King Tigers are hard to kill. They take forever, even with a lot of direct fire. Bargain Volksgrenadiers are moving out, maybe to try and cap this mortar team. Seeing them at 2 units, he knows he just has to kill one of them, and they will both magically drop over dead. He does, and the other guy commits suicide as well, depressed to see his friend murdered. Pretty much just retreating along, though. Not really much for Venom to do at this point, unfortunately speaking. He has a very, very wounded King Tiger that is slowly being repaired, and not much else at the time being. So, for now, it looks like this is going to go squarely. This is just going to be a solid, good game for AirTaylor. AirTaylor, I'm sorry I keep mispronouncing your name. I'm not sure why I'm doing that. But really, he's just going to have to wait. Although, for those of us who watch a lot of these kind of replays, there have been many more magnificent comebacks out there. So I'm not going to write them off right away, but of course it's always fun to watch two great players battle, just battling it out. And you can see getting some serious kills here on these Vet 2 riflemen who really have to retreat. Don't keep capping. Get out of there. Well, he got lucky there. Nope, and he's dead. So. And that was a pretty big looking strafing run there that just flew by. You can tell by the little fighter plane that shadowed that just went over everybody. Took out what looks like about 4 Grenadiers. Sorry, not 4 Grenadiers, 4 Volks Grenadiers. And meanwhile, just the anti-tank guns are just firing away here. So unfortunately, I think that's going to be about the end of the game. Just going to go ahead and just see where this goes. But I think both of these players are just, you know, they're great players. And like I said, if you have, you know, this is a ladder game that just happened pretty recently between these two players, and like I said, they're both very highly ranked. So if you think you can do better, go out there and do better. Send me the replay. Love to see it. King Tiger making his last push, never able to get that engine fully repaired. This is always a great solution, and I mean this literally, that a lot of times if you have a heavy crush style giant tank and there's an anti-tank gun right there, just shoot it right in the face. It's surprisingly effective. Blow the whole thing up and move on. Unfortunately, since he is very limited on repairs, taking that extra damage was unneeded at that point because he is so wounded and so slow. The Panzer Mark IV is busy pushing around up front, just kind of looking to see what it can find, reflecting quite a bit of damage, but I think this Greyhound is being a little ambitious here, thinking, oh, he's running away, I can go kill him. A little bit of Knights Crossholders coming out. I do enjoy this unit. They are wildly effective against all sorts of fun infantry things. And looks like this is kind of his last infantry push. So as you can see, he's got the armor, or at least he had it, and he's just been slowly losing and unable to resupply as he's been losing all of his connecting territory here. You can see he's really only got this one capped, you know, for all it's worth, capped munitions point, but this fuel is gone. He's got a single victory point, and the rest of his troops are out here. And it looks like, boom, strafing run is going to go through, pin all of them. Pretty much inflicting a couple of casualties. Looks like at least one Knight's Cross went down, and a bunch of Bargain Volks Grenadiers, and the rest of them are retreating. We're going to have to see what happens to this tank, but I think things are going to slow down just a little bit here as everybody just kind of licks their wounds and prepares for one final clash here. So I'm just going to go ahead and just speed it up a little bit. Let's take a look back at Taylor's base here just to see what he's doing. Just what we'd imagine. He's just kind of refueling, respecking all of his guys, getting everybody loaded out again to charge on up. We've got a bit of armor here, a bit of anti-tank here, huge army, and pretty much one more clash will do it. And here it comes. You can see constantly scouting if you've been watching the minimap, just constantly scouting everything going on down there. So I think Venom played a great game. So congrats to both players. And just going to ride this out here. Charge! Those are airborne players. So anyhow, good game there. Please feel free to leave me any feedback if you enjoyed this replay. If you want to see other replays, let me know what you want to see. I'd love to get my hands on some more Top Axis games. So if you're a Top Axis player, feel free to contact me. Any replays are welcome at HarlequinCoHO@gmail.com. And yeah, good games there. So I will talk to everybody later. Good night, good game, good luck. Have fun.